in the service of our nation, I want to thank you and to put it on record as well that this has been a wonderful set of friends that I got and the PDP has, and we thank you for what you are doing. Earlier today there was a meeting, an interactive meeting of the PDP stakeholders, namely the former National Publicity Secretaries, the State Publicity Secretaries, the zonal Publicity Secretaries, and then stakeholders, members of the party in the publicity business and communication. So at the end of the deliberation, we had a communique, and we believe, in line with our practice as a party, to constantly engage with the press and Nigerians to let you know exactly what we're doing, particularly at this critical time that we're getting ready for the 2023 elections. So I'll go straight into the body of the communique issue at the end of the meeting. And it starts with the communique of the interactive meeting of the National Working Committee with former National Publicity Secretaries, zonal and state publicity secretaries, and other stakeholders held today, August 4, 2022, at the PDP National Secretariat at Abuja. After a very comprehensive session, the meeting of former and serving spokespersons of the party resolves as follows. 1. The body restates confidence in the national chairman, Senator Dr. Iyorchia Ayu, and the National Working Committee in running the affairs of the party. 2. The body restates confidence in the capacity, experience, and competence of His Excellency Atiku Abubakar to rescue, redirect, and rebuild this country to earn the respect of the international community. 3. We believe that only the PDP, under the leadership of His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, has the capacity to protect and secure the lives and properties of Nigerians, as well as rebuild the economy of the nation in such a manner as to put food on the table. And 4, we commit to remain loyal and integral in the mission to the PDP to make all sacrifices necessary to achieve success in rescuing, redirecting, and rebuilding our nation from the misrule of the APC. And I thank you for listening.
Colleagues, you have listened to the MPs, and it's time for questions, if any.
Yes.
There.
Okay, sir. Onyeka is my name. Onyeka is my name. We have a statement from Atiku appointing Debo Malaya and Ekuala as spokespersons of the campaign organization. We begin to wonder, is it personal composition of the campaign council, or is party still going to have a holistic campaign council? Why is the piecemeal of appointment of those people? What's happening in the PDP?
Thank you very much. I'm happy that your questioning is put in perspective. The presidential candidate has right to make appointments. The party, in conducting and managing the campaign process, has a procedure. You recall that His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, about 2-3 weeks ago, appointed some media aides, 3 of them, right? And so they're working. There is a synergy between the party and the candidate, and that's ongoing. Today, representative of the president candidate attended the meeting I just read the communique. He was actually billed to attend for some other engagement that we had to go at the opportunity to attend to be with us. So I haven't seen any difference in that. The party is moving steadily, surely, consistent with our own policy of massive and extensive consultation in composition. We do things orderly, and PDP noted for this. You recall that the INEC had just adjudged the PDP as the best organized party in terms of deployment and fielding of candidates under the electronic transmission and of the process of INEC. So that tells you that this is a party that's organized. Whatever action is taken by any part of the party, whether the candidate or the party, is all in sync with each other, and so there's no concern for that. We're not acting piecemeal, we're acting consistently together, moving in the same direction, working towards 2023, assuring that we'll have victory for the party.
Sorry, sir, if I may ask, you said earlier, that's at the opening session of the interactive event that was held today. You talked about perception management. You know, a lot of Nigerians will want you to clarify on what you really mean by perception management.
Thank you very much again. When I mentioned perception, the perception of the PDP was a fallout from the very effective campaign of calumny by the APC in 2014-2015, which was powered by lies, by propaganda, and all that. So that perception was affected. And as a party, we know that we must let the people know the truth. And when we came in, we were deliberate in our communication strategy. We weren't going to go on the street and start with propaganda and lies. What we said was that we're going to confront and engage in conversation war with the liars. And that's what we have done. And you will notice that that approach is beginning to resonate with Nigerians. And it's reflective of the outcomes in the electoral successes we recorded in the last month, starting from the Abuja Municipal Council elections and the local government elections in Abuja and the Federal Capital Territory, as well as the Osun electoral successes. So our messaging of getting back what we need to have, a country and a party where values matters, where the truth matters, where competence matters, where the truth is actually respected. So we're going back there, knowing that this party in 8 years, the APC in 8 years has discounted the life of Nigerians. We're trying to recalibrate those stories and the facts to the Nigerian people. And so what we are doing by saying perception is to correct. And that's why in this campaign, what will be very paramount is to remind Nigerians the glorious years of the PDP. And you recall that the economy under the PDP, we knew what it was, and every day we know what it is right now. So we are deliberate in that communication strategy to ensure that those perceptions of coming to say to us, you recall that the APC said to us in this country that they're going to take the naira to $1. Today you and I know it. We already lost count of what is the exchange rate today. So now, Nigerians know better. We recognize that then the external debt of this country was in the region of 7.4 or 7.3 trillion. Today it's about 40 and it's counting. We don't even know that amount. We recall then that the unemployment was about 7%. Today it's 33 plus X, where X can be anything, because it's constantly a moving target. So those are the narratives, those are the perceptions that need to be corrected, and that's what we're doing. And Nigerians, the good thing that Nigerians are getting the message, it's resonating with them, and they are responding appropriately from the outcome of the elections I just referenced earlier.
All right, yes. My name is Friday. I work with Channels TV. I would just like to ask, I'm a bit curious. When you said the meeting passed a vote of confidence on the national chairman of the party, is his office or the chairman, is he under any threat why that vote of confidence on him? And the second question, what is the update on efforts of the party to reconcile with Wike, the governor of Rivers State? Thank you.
Follow-up, sir. Is that gathering even a genuine organ of the party to pass a vote of confidence on the national chairman?
Thank you very much. I mean, this is like a triple question in one, and we'll take it on like that so that we can entangle it. I know when you come around judging that way, asking question to us is right. I know what it means. In any event, I guess the question for the first question came up because you have not probably had the benefit of looking at the text of that communique. And I'll just restate that. It says it restates. Not that we pass a comment, they will restate confidence. We're not restating, we're saying it is continuing. We just said what is there. We have confidence in the person of Senator Dr. Iyorchia Ayu, a former Senate President, a four-time minister, a trainer of people, a lecturer of people, a political expert, a man who has conducted several campaigns, so we know him as a man that we are just saying the obvious, and Nigerians know that already. So we are not saying anything new. Secondly, on the issue of reconciliation, I've said it severally that reconciliation is not a 100-meter dash. It's a marathon. It's a process. But what is important, and I think Nigerians should take this away, is that when you have a family, it's not, the family doesn't mean that there's absence of disagreement. But it's your capacity to take care of those disagreements that makes a difference. And that's why the PDP is a party. This is the only party in Nigeria that's not owned by anybody. That's why it's called People's Democratic Party. You remember in the days of those other parties that are gone now, the CPC, you said, is owned by a party. ACN is owned by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now you know that NMPP is owned by Kwankwaso. The PDP is not owned by anybody. It's like the orthodox religious bodies that is owned by the people, by what they believe in. People believe in the PDP, and because of that, embedded in that, is that we have structures, we have organs. Only 2 days, yesterday, the board of trustees of this party met. I can't remember when the board of trustees of APC met. They don't even have any. I think that should worry anybody. If you cannot even have structure that can allow you to take care of concerns within your system, then how can you be confident that you can take care of concerns in Nigeria? Because you wouldn't even have where to lay the complaint. But in the PDP, we believe that people should speak. We don't give instructions there. We allow issues to be discussed openly, and that's what we're doing. The processes of the party is working well. We are confident in our processes. It might be slow by expectation of other people, but within our process as a democratic party, it is ongoing, it's going to do well, and I can tell you, the reports you have about 48 hours ago will not be what it is today. Because it's a work in progress, we're making progress, we're very certain we will do well, not just for the party, but for the interest of Nigeria, because Nigerians are hurting. There's insecurity that should concern us, and we're dealing with that.
Thank you. Just to be rounding off.
Mr. Yes, I'm glad you were present that you restated confidence. Yesterday morning there were some placard carrying protesters who came to call for the resignation of the national chairman. Sir, resignation of the in court. Will it be right to say that that protest necessitated this meeting and the outcome?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The good thing that you do a good job, you hear too many things apart from what they hear. I'm not even aware of one, but that does not take the fact away that it happened. All right? I recognize and respect your source if it does happen. that underscores the fact that this party is a democracy where you can speak, you can say what you feel. We are not a quasi-military where instructions are given, where names are changed even at INEC, when people who do not participate in a process like the President of Senate's name was changed until muzzled out, where in Akwa Ibom State, a man who never participated, in deference to even section 115 of the Electoral Act, wants to be put there. We are a party of law and order. And when you have a system like that, you must be willing to hear people. What we have done today, this meeting has been scheduled for more than 2 weeks. So it could not and would never have been a response or reaction to what happened yesterday, according to you. Whatever it is that happened, this is a party of family of Democrats. We take every view, we respond to every view. Like I said, reconciliation is a marathon, it's not a 100 meter dash. So every view, we take in, we respect every view, we take care of it because we have what I call a robust internal differences mechanism. Robust. All issues we know within our party will be sorted out, and we're doing what we can do, and we're doing well. We're satisfied with the progress we're making. It might be slow, but sure. In the interest of the party, and more importantly, like again, in the interest of Nigeria, we are on course, and let's go for what we are as a party and for the interest of the nation.
Hello, sir. Sir, my name is Okowa. I would like you to confirm if there are concerns about the fact that as you have, the PDP as it is today, you have the presidential candidate from the north, the BOT chairman from the north, and the national chairman from the north. Are there been misgivings within the rank of the NWC parties? Are there been concerns?
For emphasis, and I think this is, I need to make this very clear, and I would appeal that you put this in the wall, that the NWC, the National Working Committee, led by His Excellency Senator Dr. Iyorchia Ayu, is united, no misgiving, we're solidly behind him and his leadership. We believe in his leadership, and every organ of the party has so stated. So I do not know what, I mean, the good word is that say misgiving, but I don't know what that means. But I can tell you clearly that not one dissension, because it's leading well, and we have a relationship within the NWC that is based purely on the interest of the party and nothing more. So we are fine. Dr. Iyorchia is listening us well, and I'm sure the party is satisfied with him. And that much I can say to you right now, we're fine, we're good. NWC is united, we're together, and there's no issue. If there are any comments to the extent to which your reference to that will be from imagination somewhere, and I won't want to say it's in the realm of fake news.